Why Newt Scamander and Harry Potter were different kinds of chosen one? Sure, Newt and Harry were both brave, loyal, and just. But how were they different from each other? So let's get into the action, shall we? To be the chosen one, it seems that there are certain qualities you must possess. You must be courageous, honest, and true. You must take on any and all responsibilities thrust upon you and thrive. Oh, and of course, you have to save the world, preferably on your own, and try not to get too annoyed about it. While Harry Potter and Newt Scamander, both the chosen one in their own right, have these qualities, they really couldn't have been more different kind of heroes. Here is why. The best way to sum up the fundamental differences between Harry and Newt is by looking at which Hogwarts house they belong to. Harry was in Gryffindor, which took students for qualities including bravery and daring. Gryffindors typically also had some less admirable traits, including recklessness and short tempers. Any enraged Gryffindors watching this will only prove our point. These were traits that Harry possessed in bundles. He was heroic and brave, yes, but let's not forget his air of angst in Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. As a result, Harry's reaction to being the chosen one was somewhat mixed, although he accepted his fate and rose to the occasion. From his very first year at Hogwarts, he also tried to fight against it, particularly following the death of his godfather, Sirius Black, in which his own recklessness contributed to Sirius coming to his rescue at the Ministry, where he was killed. Meanwhile, Newt was a Hufflepuff, who are known to be hard workers, loyal, and dedicated.
I'm a Hufflepuff. Actually, no. I'm a proud Hufflepuff.
He rarely grew angry in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but instead accepted his fate when he was arrested by Tina and remained cool-headed after being given the death penalty. In fact, the only time we really saw Newt upset was when his suitcase was confiscated by Magical Congress of the United States of America, putting the creatures he was so dedicated to caring for at risk. While Harry spent plenty of time in his own head and at odds with his fate, particularly when he found out he would have to kill Voldemort, it appeared that Newt would always do the Hufflepuff thing and do whatever was right for those he cared about the most. Yup, a Gryffindor and a Hufflepuff indeed. Harry was prophesied to be the wizard that Voldemort would mark as his equal, and so his fate as the chosen one was selected for him. Of course, he rose to the occasion and dealt with his destiny like a trooper. But the fact remains that if he hadn't needed to do it, chances are that Harry would have spent his years at Hogwarts, chilling with Ron and Hermione, training at Quidditch, and barely getting by on his lessons. Kind of like he did anyway, but without the permanent threat of death. In short, Harry didn't choose his fate, it chose him. On the other hand, Newt chose to be a protector and defender of the magical creatures he took care of. No one asked it of him. He did it willingly because of his passion for animals and his compassionate nature, and even risked his own life several times by placing their needs above his own. Newt always considered himself to be a loner, and it is made evident in the first film that his one close friendship at Hogwarts with Little Lestrange ended due to rocky circumstances, though we have yet to find out exactly what happened. Apart from Lita, and before meeting Tina, Queenie, and Jacob, it was clear that Newt struggled to build friendships with, well, anything that didn't live in his suitcase. As for Harry, he was a loner before Hogwarts, thanks to his bullying relatives, the Dursleys, and immediately made lifelong friends upon starting at the school. Since he was treated poorly all of his childhood by his family, it would have been easy for Harry to distance himself from others. Instead, he was a natural born leader who proved popular with his peers and always relied upon his friends, whether he knew it or not. Newt, however, always felt he had to do it alone. Before traveling to New York City, of course. While Newt and Harry might have been very different people, we think they would have got along quite nicely if they were around at the same point. For starters, Harry and Newt both protected the underdog no matter what. For Newt, it was his magical creatures and at times Jacob, while Harry was Hagrid's fiercest supporter whenever he got a little too Hagrid about any of his creatures. The pair also had the support of Dumbledore, who was clearly an excellent judge of character to trust them both. Despite the level of mischief they each got up at Hogwarts. Although we are not sure why Newt was expelled yet, it's clear that both he and Harry barely towed the line during their time at Hogwarts. We are actually still pretty surprised that Harry was never given the boot, to be honest. Newt is a grown up, and yeah, it was amazing experiencing Hogwarts for the first time through the eyes of a kid. Like I was a kid at the time, it was great to read it, but I love the way now we are getting to see what it's like being an adult. As a grown up, Newt can do magic wherever, within reasons, I guess. But he has still more magical freedom than Harry ever did. Harry could do only magic in Hogwarts, and on the few occasions he does it outside of school, he is reprimanded. Those of you who have read or seen The Cursed Child will also know that Harry's mood swing did continue through his adulthood, even fatherhood. He has no idea how to communicate with his son Albus Severus. Newt simply sees the best in people. As Letta Lestrange said, he has never met a monster he couldn't love.
Newt, you never met a monster you couldn't love.
Part of the reason that Harry even becomes a hero is that he had people to avenge. He usually fights Voldemort because he has to do it.
Why do you live? Because I have something worth living for.
For Newt, he is in a position where he has to choose to stop Grindelwald or stay out of it. Newt is an understated bad boy. Dumbledore mentions that Newt has a little bit disregard for the rules. I suppose Harry did too. Newt is a published author. Newt actually took the time to write down what he knew. He becomes the best-selling author despite not being famous. Harry learns a lot about dueling and self-defense from the best teachers he can get. He goes on to become an Auror. Harry chooses an owl as his pet, which sure is pretty cool, but Newt has a boat truckler and a niffler. Need I say more? Harry has his invisibility cloak, Newt has his suitcase. While Harry and Newt do at times share similar attributes, they generally don't seek power, they just ask themselves whether something is right or wrong.
Do you know why I admire you, Newt? You do not seek power.
In Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the lead actors are Oscar-winning A-listers. Harry Potter franchise took a risk with unknown child actors in the lead, and they paid off big. In the Fantastic Beasts spin-off, many of the leads are well established. The most standout might be Johnny Depp for his filmography. In Harry Potter, styles change as characters grew up. The Death Eater and Voldemort were more consistent, but their style was somewhat understated, just menacing enough without being distracting. The same can't be said about Grindelwald. Before ending this video, I would like to tell you about a Facebook page named Ravenclaw. I have been its member since long time, and it's one of the best Harry Potter fan page I have ever seen. They support each other in good and bad times. They ask about daily life. Heck, one of them just asked that who have named their children upon Harry Potter characters, and comments on it were indeed funny. But the one thing I like most about them is how they share their sorrow. They raise their wands when someone passes away to honor them. I will leave their link in the description below. Please check them out. That's all for now, peeps. Let me know what do you think about Harry and Newt in general and who is more better. It's the Red Beret over and out.